understand anything that I do or didn't do. And I went up to my record. I'm not afraid of it. I'm not afraid of my record.
Fresh Radio Vibes, the most feared internet radio station on planet Earth. The resistant radio station. Fresh Radio Vibes.
How long you going to hold on King David Train and
Fresh Radio Vibes. Fresh Radio Vibes, the most feared internet radio station on planet Earth. The resistant radio station. Fresh Radio Vibes. Fresh Radio Vibes. Fresh Radio Vibes, the most feared internet radio station.
I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you. A world without rules and controls, without borders or boundaries. A world where anything is possible. Where we go from there is a choice I leave to you.
Fresh Radio Vibes, the most feared internet radio station on planet Earth. The resistant radio station.
Outside, this is King Alibaba and I represent for the International Morning Right Show. You know, told you. Outside, this is King Alibaba, straight out of Make Money Record and I represent for what you don't know, the International Morning Right Show. Every Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. with the Vibe Masterman like Gadites. See me told you. Outside, this is King Alibaba, straight out of Make Money Record, Jamaica. I represent for the International Morning Right Show. Every Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. with the Vibe Master Gadites. See me told you. Live on Fresh Radio Vibes, your number one online radio station.
Representing for Gadites on the Morning Right International Show. Nobody nothing know say you want him a touch. Nobody nothing know say you a give it up. Nobody nothing know say you go over him yard. Baby, know him love you bad. Great them say that. I'm out.
Well, you have one tune and we jot him on.
possibly rewind and come again?
We just came out of the British Virgin Islands. Now we're heading out of St. Thomas. Yeah. Yours truly, Rascalites in the building. Please love and care, like and share.
The jam was sweet. It's a long, long time we ain't had that kind of party.
Yeah.
It's a long, long time we ain't had that kind of fete.
to open up. Hold on there. Hold on.
Man whining on woman, hand in the air and waving. Everybody singing. Bring back the soca.
Bring back the soca. Bring back the soca. Please bring back the soca.
Bring back the soca. Bring back the soca. Bring back the soca. Please bring back the soca. Please bring back the soca.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
Everywhere I go, the people are ball.
Please bring back the soca.
Not only the old, but young and all.
Please bring back the soca.
Woman whining on a man.
Yes.
Man whining on woman.
Yes.
And in the air and waving. Everybody singing. Bring back the soca.
Bring back the
soca.
Gotta pull it up one more time. As we enter the building, let me say grand rising to the lights.
Bring back the soca.
My
Bring back
WhatsApp
the
family.
soca. Bring back the
My
soca.
messenger family.
Do you remember when we were young and tender? The jam was sweet. No time for sleeping. We party at night till morning. Cause the jam was sweet. Well, it's a long, long time I ain't went out to a party. It's a long, long time I ain't went to a good set.
Gotta big up all the people that's locking on right now. The UK.
All night till out of breath. Underwear and my socks done wet.
Also gotta say big up to Pakistan. They're live on right now.
Everywhere I go, the people are ball.
Please bring back the soca.
Not just the old, but young and all.
Please bring back the soca.
Woman whining on a man. Man whining on woman. And in the air and waving. Everybody singing. Bring back the soca. Bring back the soca.
Bring back the soca. Please bring back the soca.
Bring back
The soca. Bring back the soca. Bring back the soca. Please bring back the soca. Mr. Cameraman, are you ready for me, Mr. Cameraman?
Please bring back the soca.
Are you ready? My God. Yours truly, Rascalites in the building. We're doing the big time in the morning like this. Feeling that sort of energy.
Madam Cecile and Percy's bust up. The jam was sweet.
Yeah.
It's a long, long time we ain't had that kind of party.
The phone line is going to be open. The number to call is 260-209-8730. We've got a packed show for you today.
On the batch with Jamban.
Ramming it up right now.
All I miss those days. I've been craving them for years. Everywhere I go, the people are ball.
Please bring back the soca.
Not just the old, but young and all.
Please bring back the soca.
Woman whining on a man. Man whining on woman. And in the air and waving. Everybody singing. Bring back the soca. Bring back the soca. Bring back the soca. Please bring back the soca. Bring back the soca.
Bring back the soca. Bring back the soca.
Please bring back the soca.
A lot of people cannot deal with this kind of sound right now.
Please bring back the soca.
Let me just big up my Trinidadian massive, my St. Vincent massive.
Everywhere I go, the people are ball.
Please bring back the soca.
Not only the old, but young and all.
Please bring back the soca.
Woman whining on a man. Man whining on woman. And in the air and waving. Everybody singing. Bring back the soca. Bring back the soca. Bring back the soca. Please
bust them big, gotta big up, bust them big.
Bring back the soca. Bring back the soca. Please bring back the soca.
Reggae.
Bad Monday,
oh my God. Oh my God, hold on.
So I met her the way. It was a good day. I was like, baby, can I call ya? She said, yeah, you could call me, but the She made me smile. I was rolling on my sofa. Baby, can I know what's in it too about you. I just feel there's something about you. I need to know. Would it be your eyes? Would it be your nose? Would it be your smile?
The World Government Summit happened yesterday in Dubai.
Somebody called
Hey, I'm a DJ. Pull it up again. Pull it up again. Pull it up again.
And
Pull it up
all the
again.
people that, are the usual people were there. Huge crowd, gigantic theater with all of the critical, important people. And it was kicked off by...
Could you possibly rewind and come again?
Klaus Schwab. You need to pay attention to what is happening around us. I told you a minute ago, the World Government Summit. The what? The World Government Summit happened yesterday in Dubai, and it was the introduction session yesterday. And all the people that, are the usual people were there. Huge crowd, gigantic theater with all of the critical, important people. And it was kicked off by, lo and behold, Klaus Schwab. Here's what he said.
We do not yet know the full extent and the systemic and structural changes which will happen.
Now listen to this.
However, we do know that global energy systems, food systems, and supply chains will be deeply affected.
Got it? We are changing things, and we don't know how that'll go. But we do know the global energy system, the food system, and the supply chains will be deeply affected. Well, but other than that, don't worry about it. It's only food, energy, and how we get things. But other than that, we're good. This is the arrogance of the elites. Now, one of the topics, their first session was, are we ready for a new world order? Are they trolling us? I think the reason why they're naming this is because, A, they really mean it. It is a new world order. But they also see an advantage of calling it the New World Order instead of the Great Reset, which it absolutely is. The New World Order, they call it that because that way when I say it to you and you're like, did you hear about the global government where their first session was, are we ready for the New World Order? Everybody rolls their eyes. Aha. But here it is. Day one, World Government Summit yesterday in Dubai. Here's the first session. Are we ready for a new world order?
And the title of this session, are we ready for a new world order? Well, the organizers here are nothing if not ambitious. This is, I think you will agree, a daunting subject for discussion at just after 9 a.m. on a Wednesday morning here in the relative calm of Expo 2020. But tackle it we must, because I believe what is clear is that we have hit an inflection point. We are certainly living in a unique age of uncertainty and volatility in global affairs.
That is weird because it's almost exactly what Joe Biden said last week. Remember, we're at an inflection point that only happens once in a generation, maybe a little longer. So they're all talking the same game. And for anyone who says, digital money, it's like Bitcoin. No, it's not. Well, it'll never happen here. Okay. Here they are yesterday. Pippa Malmgren, she's an economist and former presidential advisor in the U.S., speaking yesterday at the World Government Summit, talking about the new digital money.
What underpins a world order is always the financial system. I was very privileged. My father was an advisor to Nixon when they came off the gold standard in 71, and so I was brought up with a kind of inside view of how very important the financial structure is to absolutely everything else. And what we're seeing in the world today, I think, is we are on the brink of a dramatic change where we are about to, and I'll say this boldly,
yes,
we're about to abandon the traditional system of money and accounting and introduce a new one. And the new one, the new accounting is what we call blockchain. It means digital. It means having a almost perfect record of every single transaction that happens in the economy, which will give us far greater clarity over what's going on.
Wow. You're hearing it live here on Fresh Radio Vibes, the blockchain. That's what you're calling the new move, the new world order. That is the title that we're working on today. And when we say the new world order, we're talking about all of the conspiracy that we've been told that not no go so. We've been told that Gadites, you look into things too much. The World Summit, did you hear about that? The World Summit, where all the leaders are gathering in Dubai to design. They're setting up a life on earth for all of us. But of course, we tell you about the sovereignty of our people. This sovereignty cannot be bargained with. It cannot be compromised. And it will never, ever, ever be negotiated about. We don't work with privileges. We work with rights, because we are not subjects. Subjects are slaves. Slave to the corporation, walking around with the documents of the corporation. And so forth, the corporation owns you. You're listening to the Fresh Radio Vibes, the International Grand Rising Show. And we're inside the building. Let's take a small look at some of the headlines that popping up on our radar. We got CARICOM condemns Russian invasion of Ukraine. The CARICOM, what is this we're moving into? World takes action as new variant emerges in South Africa, Southern Africa. The international news, UN considering COVID-19 vaccine passport for international visitors. Venezuela get their first shipment of the COVID inoculation. Can you imagine? Gas for COVID. That's what they're calling it. How to drive Jamaican development and create opportunities inside the technological industry. That's what they're saying in Jamaica. Caribbean Bar Association defend Cubans and Haitians. We're gonna see what that's about. Going further, we have Canada. Canada announced new pathway to permanent residency for Caribbean nationals. UK gives first COVID-19 vaccine dose. That was some old thing right here, but we keeping it real right here. We're gonna jump into the Caribbean. We're gonna see what's popping. It's your number one online radio show. As we said, we've got some promotion we're gonna do over Canada. But in the meantime, DJ, you want to continue that tape?
It also raises huge dangers in terms of the balance of power between states and citizens. In my opinion, we're going to need a digital constitution of human rights if we're going to have digital money. But also, this new money will be in nature. Most people think that digital money is crypto and private, but what I see are superpowers introducing digital currency. The Chinese were the first. The U.S. is on I think, of moving in the same direction. The Europeans have committed to that as well. And the question is, will that new system of digital money and digital accounting accommodate the competing needs of the citizens of all these locations so that every human being has a chance to have a better life? Because that's the only measure of whether a world order really serves.
Yeah. I don't think so. But just to build on that, again, for anyone who thinks that I am crazy, you can now quote the New York Times. Not only is the New World Order, the Global Government Summit yesterday talking about this, but here's the New York Times. Central banks around the world are experimenting with issuing digital replacements for cash in the form of central bank digital currencies. But those are, by and large, not anonymous. Let me say that again. But those are, by and large, not anonymous. In January, a white paper from the Federal Reserve made it clear any digital currency it issued would differ materially from cash, which enables anonymous transactions, end quote. What does that mean? Let me translate. If the Fed issues a digital currency, which the president is now asking the Fed in a executive order to explore, they've already explored it. They have a white paper that's 78 pages long there on their own website. They put it there in January. They don't need to explore it. And they said that the Fed coin will differ materially from cash because no purchase will be anonymous. To some people, the loss of privacy is no big deal, especially if the death of cash makes life harder on criminals who often do business using stacks of $100 bills to avoid detection by the authorities. Representative Stephen Lynch, a Democrat from Massachusetts, a former iron worker who represents a part of Boston and its southern suburbs, isn't soft on crime, but he doesn't like the idea of banks and governments being able to track every single transaction every person makes. Quote, we're trying to preserve some element of anonymity and not have full spectrum surveillance of every aspect of people's lives, end quote.
They will set you up.
Yeah, they wanted to do the big reset on our people.
No,
AKA the New World Order. Some people are being caught up in it right now. Let's go.
What is man that Jah is mindful of him? When every day the world is mingled up in sin, we see them all opposing and show off.
We not the race of life. Later them a go laugh. Don't let them set you up. Don't let them set you up.
No, I don't wanna be set up.
Yeah, the phone line is gonna be open in a minute. Hold on. Big up the man named Mark Renaissance. Big up your strong. Every man had the same chance. Every man had the same dance. Somebody's on my phone line. Hold on.
Like the world in a lost trance.
Hold on. Let me get it. Yeah, Grand Rising. Wagwan. Who is on the line right now?
Mark, man.
Yeah, Mark. I want Grand Rising to you, Mark. Mark, you must be doing some painting or something. Are you? What's up with you this morning, Senator Mark? Wagwan.
But right now, I've been on Jamaica there now, so I get things in order before I reach down there, you know?
Oh, you're going to...
I line up the farm jam thing we are talking about, you know? My farmers ready.
Yes.
I have some sponsors ready who come on board to push the program. So I'm never deal with that. And of course the food source thing we are talking about, you know, identifying new food sources for us to be independent,
yes,
you know,
yes.
Independent of you know, foreign food, you know, so we're doing that, you know.
That's a good initiative. We spoke about it, and it's good to see that you're bringing that reality to life. This morning we're talking about this new order that has been putting forth. Have you heard about the meeting of the world leaders in Dubai this week? You've heard about that?
I didn't hear about it. No, I didn't hear it.
Yes, the digital currency is coming on board, Mark. Black coin, as what they're calling it, blockchain, is the new move, and they say that this will eliminate crimes and poverty and everything. Do you believe that these guys are up to something good, Mark? Because, you know, these guys seem like they're working overtime.
No, Virgin, they have never been up to anything good. anytime anybody said something is good for you, it's probably not good for you.
But I
don't trust them.
They say that they want to bring some form of civility when it comes on to what's going on here. They say that things not working good, so under a new world order, Mark.
Guess what? They're the ones that brought this level of civility that they're looking down on today.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what they're talking about. I mean, we need to go back to our African roots and go back to the way of we did things. You understand? Where a man's word meant something, where family meant something to people. That's what we need to go back to. Go back to our reset of values, our own values, not the values imposed on us by these wicked people. You understand? So we can't. I'm trying to distance myself from what they're trying to do, and really focus on our own people and what's in our best interest. Make Babylon burn with them foolishness, and we focus on ourselves. If we spend more time focusing on them, we won't get our work done.
But
you understand?
They have an agenda, you know. As you heard, they're meeting this week in Dubai because Schwab's is his name, said that he wants to put some seriousness when it comes down to this new world order, and as you realize that the US dollar is under some threat because Russia has set a new precedent where India is saying they may follow, and China is already the leader in the digital era monetary wise. So these guys are pursuing a course that whether or not you ignore them, it's going to affect you, because
which is why we have to make some dramatic changes, which might involve some isolation from the people that are affecting us, and those who are on our side. I've always looked at the Caribbean region as one. Caribbean people can trade among ourselves, and we don't need those other people. We don't need them, bro. We have everything we need to survive. We have sun, we have water, and we have good fresh air up to this point. You understand that? And we have the soil that allows. You have man who live up in the cockpit here. Them not sit town and them place in the virgin. Them not stay. At this the man them stay and live in the virgin.
Yeah.
And them not get no cancer. Them not have no bad mind. Everybody live as one entity. You know. So, like I said to you, we're too foreign-minded. We need to get out of the system, and chart our own course, Virgin. That's what we need to focus on. I'm going to tell that, I'm telling you that long time.
As you mentioned, foreign-minded, Mark, you see the headlines is going wild, where they're saying that the corporation of Jamaica has really lost its way when it comes on to reggae music. They're saying that reggae is supposed to stay with the reggae people, and the foreign-mindedness that you just mentioned a while ago, where you will be in the land called Reggae Land, aka Jamaica, and nobody pays you any mind until I start spinning on Fresh Radio Vibes and say boss are foreign. So that may be the foreign mind where you talk about what we need for leg off of the dependency.
What I can say to you is that unfortunately,
Yes.
people who have embraced reggae music, embraced the philosophy behind it. You have to understand, reggae music, I know it's regular music like you play jazz and things. Reggae music is revolutionary music, my brethren. It's revolutionary music with a message. You understand that? So the people, and they with the Grammy and all them things, them man, they embrace reggae music in the context of music, without the foundation behind it. So when a lot of people are complaining about it, that how come this foreign band win and whatever, they don't understand that they are focusing on the music end of reggae and not the liberation aspect of reggae music. A brother of mine said to me a couple of days ago that when he went to New York, there's a guy from Africa who when he identified himself as Jamaican, the man almost embraced him almost like a brother. like a relative, like you guys said, you guys, when everybody was silent about our struggles, reggae music was out there pushing the narrative and bringing highlighting our condition. You have to understand that the foreign-mindedness of the people in Jamaica now are gravitating so much to the American and other so-called popular culture. They have left out the roots of reggae music, which is why other people who have latched on to the original reggae music are getting more press in the foreign area than our own, because our own people are not producing real reggae music anymore.
Hold on. I just get a text a while ago. Mark, I have said to you, my listeners are listening. When you say Jamaica not producing good reggae music, you cannot look at the standard of the Grammy to measure our music, you know. You just mentioned a while ago this inclusion thing.
Hold on. Let me be clear, right?
Yes.
It's multifaceted. The people who are producing good reggae music do not get the airplay they deserve. The powers that be highlight those that degrade our community, degrade our standards, and they're the ones that are getting promoted. You understand that? So let me be clear on this. Jamaica is producing all kinds of reggae music. The ones that we are accustomed to, the ones that uplift our nation and our people and uplift our women, are not getting the airplay they deserve. Which is why you're having people, many years ago when I was having a discussion with Daddy Ura, who was my brethren. Daddy Ura said, boy, Mark, more time ago, what you call it? He went to France.
Yeah.
And he said, a man there play reggae music. He said, boy, Mark, you know that man in Jamaica is a plumber, you know. And truth be told, there are people who have different types of work that can play reggae music and have a. But the point of what you were saying to me was that there are infiltrators that come on board who do things for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
So when I heard reggae music for the first time.
Hold on, Mark. I think I have Spice Management just linked me a while ago. In going come back, but continue. I think we're going to chat to him in a bit. Yes, continue.
No, he said to me that when, like for instance, if you have a man who had a jerk chicken now, right, and him go to a country and him had a jerk chicken, and it's not right. When the person tastes a jerk chicken and it's not good, they might go say, boy, jerk chicken are foolishness because they haven't tried the good jerk chicken. No, his point was that there are persons who infiltrate the whole movement. So them are regular artists and other things and whatever. And it turn off people because it's not what they thought. You know, reggae music preceded a lot of people who who have heard it. Them hear this and they hear about it, and so the movement precede the actual person or the actual person performing. So when they hear them, it's like, that's it, I thought it was better than that, or them just turn them off, So it's important to be true to our legacy, true to the movement of reggae music and what it encompasses. And we've been straying from that because we're shifting. We're shifting away
You just said a while ago that the powers that be have seen it fit to not only take away our identity through music by selling it out, but manipulating, as you said. We know that if Jamaica, the Corporation of Jamaica, really endorse the reggae, we would have had a lot more of international recognition. But because the music is used as a tool against the government refused to empower the people who use this method of rebellion against an injustice corporation. And I think that is the problem right now. None of the corporation have any interest to put this music where it really should be. So outside forces who saw the power of this, as what you said, who liberated South Africa from apartheid and all sort of things. These are the root of our indigenous music, and the corporation is waging war against it. And the Grammy is a part of the corporation tool to belittle our people at this time, to let them feel as if this is not a worthy cause. Continue. I think, Christine, good morning.
I agree.
Hold on there, Mark. Hold on. I think I have Lady Christine with me. How are you doing, Mama?
Hello, good morning. Can you hear me?
I'm hearing you loud and clear. Hearing you loud. I am so happy. Mark, you've met the beautiful Christine, Meek, Mark, the Renaissance man. I hope you go to Florida soon and can spend some time. But Mark, say hello to the daughter of the great capo, Christine Reynolds.
That's Christine, respect. Nice to see you on board.
Mark, my pleasure. Mr. Garai.
Yes.
I know you've been sending me quite a few notifications, and I was not able to respond until now. You know, life happens. So life kind of beating me up a little bit right now, but it's okay. So I said I saw your notification today. I said no, let me stop and say hello. So
listen me, Paulette just joined us again. Hey Paulette, when I send out this call, all of my people react to it. Paulette she's in Florida also. Mark and Paulette are friends. Hold on, artist. Mark, you and Paulette speak, right?
Yeah, more time. Yeah, man. Reason more time, yes.
And Paulette, this is Miss Reynolds. I just sent out the link to you. I don't know if you're busy, if you're at work, Paulette, you know.
I'm actually taking my walk, and of course we're not supposed to tea flowers, but
listen me, what kind of tea flowers? He's a nature girl.
I try to fix up the garden.
Oh Jesus. But in the meantime, Mark, I don't want to cut in on you, but seeing that I have Miss Reynolds here and we're going through so much dilemma. Miss Reynolds, when are you going to Jamaica? Because Mark is planning to return to the corporation, I think, early next week. As we speak, yes. When we're going to link up on that piece of soil, people. When Mark going down, ladies.
Well, first, hi Paulette, how you doing?
Hi, love, I'm here.
Hello, my love. I know I wasn't talking to you for a few days, but I had to come and redo something. So going back home, I have a lot of plans this year. I think I might have mentioned some of them to you over the months. And the book is the main one. So I will be going home at some point, either to promote or to speak about it after it is out. And, you have an idea of some of the things that I'm going to come with that are definitely going to ruffle some feathers and get some people thinking and all of that.
What's the book about?
The book is actually about Jamaica's cultural history.
Oh Jesus!
Okay.
Well,
okay.
Stop right there, Miss Reynolds. Just a minute. Let me introduce His Excellency Daniel Z. Bosra. He's on the panel. Morning, Excellency. We have the beautiful Christina here, Paulette in Florida, and Mark, of course. I'll let Christine finish, but I just want to highlight that you're inside the building, Excellency.
Look here. Much appreciated. Michelle, can you tell him to stop calling me Excellency? Make him know so you tell me I'm fabulous, Michelle.
I love me, you see it, appellations. All right, now that
morning to everybody, may the Almighty and the ancestors and the universal consciousness bless you with even greater wisdom as and bring even greater light.
Yes.
Sometimes I wonder what me doing in my last lifetime. I know people I could know. There's a reward for something good I did my last life.
Oh boy!
I'm not what I deserve, so I must something do from my last life.
You have been doing.
I'm sorry, so Mark and I.
Did you include me in all that too?
Oh Jesus! Daniel, the spoil it out of Florida.
The person that asked that question, remind them, say, I look in the dictionary for bangarang and saw for them picture.
Oh,
okay.
Well, about your business,
all right. I will send an updated one for you.
I want this one.
Yo.
So Mark, let me finish because I don't know how long I'm going to be able to stay on the call. So just to answer your question, real quick, it is about the history of Jamaica's culture, and I am going to show where this maroon, to which is my father, born 1911, okay, that made sure that the revival culture was out there, even though they tried to kill him a few times over it. I am going to show in the book where certain beats and certain rhythms were directly involved and directly still linked to the Jamaican, what you call reggae. I'm going to show those drums. I am going to show the history of what was done back then in terms of the powers that be and how they tried to beat him down. I am going to call names and give, you know.
So hold on. So he was in a he was a revivalist.
Oh my God! When you talk about revival in Jamaica, my father's picture.
Hold on. Mark, you're not familiar with Capo, who sit between the two leaders. Mark, are you not familiar?
No, hold on, the virgin. Hold on. So Capo got we are talking right now.
Oh, you mean if this is the legacy? This is the legacy.
Forgive my ignorance, boss. But what I'm saying, right? I'm okay. I'm naturally a very curious person, right? And a few months ago, I did a painting of a revivalist lady, and I was researching the whole revival thing, and I saw a couple of videos of Capo.
Yes.
Black people. And let me tell you something.
Make sure you have the right one.
Hold on, let me tell you something. You see that music, brethren? It's a kind of music what we are putting a zone in, where I mean, you know the beat,
Mark,
the people, and the togetherness.
All right, listen.
No. As a matter of fact, when I went to Jamaica last time, I spent a time a revivalist who did them thing, and they said there's a place in St. Anne's.
Yes. But listen me. Know that we are in the real reasoning, because I get up and my food has been bombarded. I've been called by Mr. Martin. I'm going to call him today from Irama. I've been called by Sultan Ali, the son of Busta Rhyme. And everybody they're not upset that the Grammy went to a group who plays reggae. What they're upset is that our indigenous struggle through the music called reggae has been hijacked. Daniel, you hear Christina talk about her father with the pucker, because the people give this reggae name. I'm gonna call all our music reggae, because we have Mentor, we have Pocomania, we have Kumina, we have Skia, we have dancehall, and now them have trap music, and we have lovers reggae.
Reggae from the Latin reg, the ancient reg, which means regal, from which you get kings, and gae, G-A-E, from which you get happiness, music. The king's music. Do not deter from standing up for it. We don't care. We'll mash down the words of the words for use of our benefit.
I'm going to excuse myself.
Paulette.
You guys have the greatest day ever.
Paulette, yes.
Daniel.
Fine voice.
Paulette.
Daniel.
Come on, Paulette.
Yes, Your Highness.
It is still much love.
Oh,
and
Jesus.
Mark, you are still the man that I met.
Oh, Jesus.
And fell in love with.
Oh, Yo.
Paulette.
Yes, my dear.
Let me give you my advice. My mother did give me good time.
What you say?
My mother did tell me, say, good as forget time, Paulette. That is it. Good as forget time.
I can't.
So whatever it is, I love you all so much from the depths of my heart.
Yo,
all right.
Be a ghost.
We'll talk.
Love, Paulette. I'll call you later.
I need a follow champagne one.
Yo.
Look here now. Look here. On the question, go back to the question. You need to stay focused. You cannot be like Muslim jumped all over the place.
All right.
No. The issue is, they're having an unnecessary problem. I would say to them, all these Jamaican musicians are set up for want of a better word, bumblefucked. Because you cannot have created the world's largest music. Now this is what I mean. In every country in the world you go, there is a reggae industry. You have created the world's largest music. I wish part of the Reggae Awards, the Global Reggae Awards, I keep. But I'm down at Trenchtown.
Yes.
There you go. There you go. And if they can't get it together, they need to shut up and just, hey, they're an embarrassment.
Hold on, Excellency. As you said a while ago, if they can get it together, I don't think Corporation of Jamaica endorsed this music because
you're not understand. Listen again. Sometimes you have to avoid the corporation.
No, but hold on.
Listen to me. No, let me finish. Forget the corporation. We need to stop jumping around when it's our responsibility. Are we the poor people and play reggae music, make reggae music? Is the musicians and the engineers. We don't need no corporation. The corporation should not have nothing to do with reggae being the most copied music in the world. The corporation had nothing to do with the fact that Bob Marley's Redemption song is the song in the world that has been most covered in every single language on the earth. It has been covered. That never have nothing to do with the corporation. They are bystanders in our game of life, and we must recognize that and act accordingly.
Hold that thought. Mother Christine, you want to interject before I bring in Aymara, a son of the soil.
And that is why I'm doing what I am doing now. Because let's be honest, we only go up to maybe like the 60s with the music in terms of reggae and that genre coming down. And what I am coming with is going to show where it comes from. So like I said, I spoke to you a few times and you have an idea.
I know.
This is a lot of something coming with. It is going to answer a lot of questions. And then after that, you own it and it is yours. It is not ours because we really don't know. We don't know because it comes from way before the 60s. I can tell you.
Peace.
Hey, look now, we must define reggae. We don't care who win the Grammys. The Grammys is an American award for American music industry. We need to come up. Jamaica and the Jamaican music industry, whether via Jacob, Jaria, anyone or a conglomerate of all these reggae organizations, the Musicians Federation, they are supposed to be putting on the international reggae awards. Because the reggae awards is whole bigger than the Grammy. It's a whole bigger industry than the Grammy.
Hold that thought. Irama, Grand Rising, Irama. We're discussing issues, but right now we're at the controversial awarding of the Grammy to this band. Give us your take on it. What's your take on it?
Well, the Grammy is always a controversial thing, especially when it comes to reggae. See? And let me just explain something. How much time Shaggy win?
Win Grammy, I think Shaggy has ever win Grammy before. I don't think so.
Yeah, man.
Okay, I know that he sells Diamond.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, man. I believe 2018 he won it with Sting. The collaboration with Sting.
Oh yeah, I remember that too.
All right. See? Now, Shaggy made it clear that the music that he's doing is not reggae but pop music. Okay. Yet he won as in a Grammy, a reggae Grammy category. You over me, I said.
I over.
See? So, the whole thing of this Grammy thing, you know, then they could have come and say, boy, dancehall music. They do want to say dancehall is reggae. You know what I mean? So there's a whole heap of confusion go on this up with the music, with the music long time. See, to define truly what is reggae, what is dancehall, what is pop, you know what I mean? What is crossover? See? So if it is reggae, it is reggae. If you're going to give somebody a reggae award, it's a reggae award. You understand? So there's always some kind of conflict and confusion taking place.
I think our biggest problem.
Yeah, pertaining to these guys winning the Grammy, see, I could have seen it coming, and you I see it coming. You see, Because we hear Spanish ground and we keep in touch because this is our business and we are part of this thing. You understand?
Yes, sir.
During the coronavirus, see, most of I&I artists, them were Jesse Raya, Gram Smart and Shane, Etana, they were grounded. Nobody can move. But I have a couple of brethren in the state who used to, when they dip on the road still, because a couple of them take the vaccine, you know what I mean? I have a brethren who I play with a brethren from upper compound, them, Mystic Bowie. So a couple of them did still dip on the road, still.
Yeah.
See? This group that won the Grammy, during the lockdown, they were busy out there doing a whole heap of things. See? So from that point, when me know say them nominated me and said them youth here are going to win the Grammy. Because they were active while the rest of nominees were inactive doing nothing. You know? So they can't go out for market anything to say anything. So we see them youth here, we see this group are going to win the Grammy from me hear them announce. See? Now, you see, we have a whole heap of issues. See, some little petty differences among I, and the only thing we can do is to have a certain kind of healing conversation to come to certain understanding. That we take control of ourselves, my brethren. You know, make sense we have to fight them people. There it is. To what they created. Because what they've created, they have an intention, they have a desire. Why they create what they create.
No, but we all know that, and that's where we are not surprised. As you said, this was long over. This was something coming. The reggae music as what we have known it, even through Kumina and the Mentor and these music. These are songs that liberate people. As Christine said a while ago, when you listen to some rhythmic drumming from the Maroons within the Kumina culture, it's like a whole different avenue of freedom you're going in. So the Grammy has a certain stipulation that they know that we are not going to pursue it.
May I ask a question?
Christine made a very important point, and here it is. You see, when you don't really know your history and your roots and you're struggling, and enough of them youth were coming around.
There it is. Hold on,
Hold on, I finish. You see, most of the people that we have play reggae now, the people that we have play reggae now, okay? Now I will tell the truth. It is about entertainment rather than the real.
Yes. It's all about entertainment. It's all about entertainment.
All about entertainment.
All about when I. Yeah, man.
You see the music. The music have come out of our pain and our struggling, brethren. Yep. And that's why when Christine talked about even the Kumina, it was spiritual rituals and expression to our ancestors and create certain vibration and certain energy.
There it is.
See? You understand? And guess what? We must also remember that this present, what you call name, corporation, ban the drum, you know. And now the drum is a banned instrument in Jamaica, you know. Because the drum was a means of communication with them.
Very means of communication.
You see me as a king?
Can you imagine the guy them band the drums to
hold on.
They used to have to hide and play it.
Hold on now. You know, that is a whole different conversation. The conversation is about the time where we are trying to dissect the white man's Grammy. We're supposed to be having a conversation, and are we in this forum going to put out a call now? The brain is a problem-solving mechanism.
Yes.
We don't spend too much time discussing the problem. We discuss it only to understand it, to create a solution. The objective solution is that there is supposed to be, and it needs to be a call for an organization of our International Reggae Awards. And that, as a matter of fact, the error is so great in that the reggae industry never created its own economic center. Meaning reggae is supposed to have headquarters out of Jamaica. Literally. We don't own publishing companies. We don't. As a matter of fact, the biggest problem was that we must admit that the past generation of reggae musicians have all been foreign-minded.
Sure, and not just the past generation. Anybody see the quote or the act from Christ?
Yes, I read through some of it.
You read through some of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a disgrace, my brethren. And you why me
No.
say it's a disgrace.
It's not.
You why me say it's a disgrace.
Yeah.
When you reach the point, see, that you want to accredit your imitators and call them gods. Because they
No,
like, well, I'm not done about that.
no, we're not gonna make this the foolishness, brethren. Hear me, no man. People can do something with great. You could have talked till a week, Imara. If Imara could have chat till a week, let the music great. You hear me say every damn country in the world them copy reggae. Why am I think say?
Remember, we have a lady amongst us. We have a queen.
To make on the two nine on the thinking as reggae musician, they cannot be something as great as you have a problem when other people take it up. It is this sign that it is going to lead the world. Make it lead the world. Other people are going to take it up. I try to win the Grammy next year.
Yes, sir.
The word can jump in before an evil hear what me I say.
Yes.
But sir, have some principle in my life. Just listen what me I say. Me I got to a point. Allow me to finish the point.
I'll give you 20 minutes. 20 seconds. Come on.
Not even 20 minutes. Not even 20 minutes.
No, sir, you can't get so much.
You can't get so much.
No, talk to me.
Not in 5 minutes. So you what me I say. When the music is a global music, no doubt about it. Anybody can believe it.
Yes.
See? But this is what me I say. When we have come out of oppression and know that the exploitation of our culture and our history and everything that we have done, the white man has exploited it. See? Right? Now, when you have called people like Alba Rose God and called Gentleman God, who came here and learned our culture, they become powerful because they have an economic power base behind them to promote their things.
Yes, sir.
It is not like that with us. See, we're always a struggle. From the time of the death of Bob Marley, they are trying to fight and get out this thing.
Death of Bob Marley? As an example, because them guy fight, them guy bust up our brothers and sisters dead. You know, you were Christine a while ago. Them band the drum.
Just let me finish.
Yeah.
So let me assure you, from the death of Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, is a deliberate attack, okay, even within our inner circle,
Yes.
You see, there are no things. I am a part of this industry, I mean, you know what I'm going, So me attack from a point of experience. See, there's a radio station where people come in Jamaica where people are talking about it's a reggae station. It's the worst thing ever come about your Irie FM.
Jesus, peace. Irie, I call name. I'm not Irie. I hope I know. The Light Stanberry radio station you chat about it.
I say, Irie FM is one of the things, one of the machines, let me use the word, that they use to destroy our music.
Manipulate.
In Jamaica. I'm going to show you why. Even when they know that they're supposed to have a license, that when artists' music play on the radio station, we can go to any one of the collecting agencies, whether JCAP, ASCAP, EMI, or anything. See? That we could collect for royalty. Right now, JCAP have Irie FM a quote. Because Irie FM, as big as the reggae station, is the only radio station in Jamaica. We never have a license.
Hold on. Imara.
Yeah.
Hold on. Amongst intellectual minds right now, you're saying to us that Irie FM, the beacon of reggae music, so to say, in the island that reggae was birthed and created, has not been paying royalty to its very own artists. And here we are shocked at the Grammy using us when we have people in our own country. We are used.
The biggest reggae station. The biggest reggae station.
Excuse me, Lord.
You know,
biggest reggae
I
station.
understand it. How you think they did that? The way they did it is his own people.
Yes.
Manipulated by others, but it's still his own people.
Yeah. So me just show the eye them. See the depth and the deepness of this thing. That's why we say we need an healing kind of conversation to look on the thing that really destroy us here and how we are going to put these things together to eliminate certain things. You know what I mean? I don't know, right now, before me call the item.
Yes, sir.
There are two groups, the JFMAU, which I'm a member of, see? I am planning to call them, and the next group where they call themselves Entertainment of Jamaica, EJA. So me I plan to call some of the players in that industry as me come on for the phone. So find a way to sit down. Come in, everyone want the media to involved in this now. Because this is not for the media, them king, and them are help with this try with things.
It's a business to them. It's a business to them.
Yes, that's money. It's a business to them.
Yes.
You see me, I say? So, and guess what? There's some petty jealousies among us. See,
yes.
That's what they use to manipulate us. No, knowing that I don't talk to Irama, I don't talk to Christine, and then they put in these like willings about I don't like you here, I don't like where you come from, and divide us more. Yes, yes.
Let me finish. Let me say this last point. It's the structure of your education system, king. That I must be brighter than you. I must have more than you. So the classy structure continue throughout the music business. Who have more girl? Who music play more? Who are more star than who? Until we fix these little things and start to move in harmony instead of disharmony and competition.
Yeah.
The thing now go better.
Alright, hold it right there, so at this appropriate time, I know that Christine, you know, she give us a second time, and I want to get a lot of things from her and Mark. But I want to go to Mark first, because Mark is a leader politically that we're looking forward for change. And you heard what Irama as an artist has said a while ago, that the very corporation does not have any respect.
Imara.
He does not have any respect for our culture or our people on a whole. What are some of the solutions are you looking at, Mark Renaissance? Because you have to bring some of the solutions to the table, and I think you have to be bold about it. We are calling Lisa Hanna yesterday, got up and said that it's a shame that Robert Nesta Marley is not yet a hero in this place, and that's why the Grammy will leave from the shores and go all over. Mark, what's your take on this?
Well, let me say this. I've spoken to a couple of people that know Bob Marley.
Yes.
Well, they said he wouldn't want to be a part of that. They said he would not want to be a part of being a no national hero. That's not who he is. But anyhow, going back to what we're talking about, reggae music. I give an example, that who I spoke about the Japanese saw in France where they were playing reggae. Reggae has been called different names, just as disco. When in the 70s, when I was growing up, disco was the biggest thing out, okay, in terms of pop music. They got pissed off that black people were having such a good time, that the music was uniting the black Americans, white Americans. And there was a movement where they talk about disco sucks. You remember that?
Yes.
Try to make it look like a rock music. Yo, them guys.
I remember. I was up here. I remember. Oh, wow.
Yeah, the disco sucks movement.
Yeah.
Stopped Tavares in their tracks.
Yes.
It stopped the Bee Gees.
All of them.
Up to this day.
All of them. Cool and the Gang. All of them that play that music.
Yes. And you know something? And what do they do? We know what disco, the beat of disco is. Okay, we know that.
Yeah.
They now call it a house. They turn from disco to house.
Yeah.
But even Michael Jackson, who used to play who used to do disco, is now called King of Pop.
Yeah.
King of Pop. In other words, anything that black people come up with
and gives you ownership of
anything that empowers us.
Right. So reggae has been bastardized in many instances. I mean, as Imari talked about, is dancehall reggae music? No. I mean, okay, it's Jamaican people. Is reggae? I mean, what is reggae music? You know, that is the question that we need to be asking ourselves. I mean, we looked on, you talked about Shaggy. Shaggy is pretty much a dancehall DJ that went kind of mainstream. You know, he has a nice infectious beat that people like, and he's modernized certain aspects of reggae music, of what we know to be reggae music. But the bigger issue is that we're missing the point, and is that reggae music is revolutionary music. I gave you the example a few minutes ago about my friend who met this African taxi driver in New York. And he was all over him about him being Jamaican and how the major contribution that reggae music made to the liberation of African people. You know, and bringing awareness among the white people about the injustices against our black brothers and sisters in Africa. So, in the context of reggae music as we know it and Bob's music, we cannot compare it to what is going on today because it has transformed, and we need the purest among us who are into reggae music need to really look about categorizing the whole reggae culture and what we deem to be reggae music. I'll give you another example. Many years ago, with my jerk sauce, right? I went to the Moscone Center in San Francisco, and I met a man who was representing Busher Brown and Walkerswood, a man named Winston Stoner. Winston Stoner is a brother who you might recognize from the movie The Bobsled Team. He was the guy with the white afro, and he was a government minister in the whole scene. He said to me, young man, what makes you think your thing is jerk sauce? I said, well, because I have the most of the ingredients in there that are consistent with the flavor. He said, well, yeah, but you have soy sauce in your thing. I said, yeah, I put soy sauce because I realize soy sauce have flavor and salt by itself don't have any flavor. And since mine is low salt content, I did a reggae Sunsplash tour with it on a Jamaica jerk. Did very successful. We're very successful on the Sunsplash tour, and that's why I opened a restaurant called the Caribbean Grill. That for 14 years. But to my point, the purest of them will say that because it has soy sauce, it's not jerk sauce. I beg to differ. I believe that first of all, I'm 61 years old. I grew up in a time when Boston jerk was not known to everybody. Not everybody. My father was an ex-policeman, stepped down there in the 60s. I knew what it was, and I, as a chef, improve on certain things to get me a better flavor. So in terms of how we've morphed, we can't really complain about people. Even the guys that won the Grammy Award, the man in the business for over 15, 20 odd years, you know. The man in the business a long time, you know.
But I don't think we are. Hey, listen, me, Mark. This is what we're trying to say now. You see, if we don't take our thing serious, it'll run around the place. And that's why I'm happy that Christine logged in this morning, because our rooted diversity in our way of life is something that the world has always marveled over. It's like, Mark, you have diamond showing in your house, but you treat it like nothing. So when someone come to your house now and start take up the diamond, that's when you start ball out, am I one?
Okay, check this out. Chicken have different flavors. The bottom line is that this chicken, you have honey flavored chicken, you have jerk chicken, you have ginger, this chicken did that. Reggae music is the foundation. See? So people use the foundation and accessorize with their own creative ways. And we can't really fight against them, man, because at the end of the day, music is music.
I am not saying that we're Mark. Hold on. You see this inclusion thing where we are trying to force ourselves in a Mark. And that a kill we in a Mark. We were so lazy where we don't want to roll our sleeve up and push the cat ourselves. But as soon as a guy push the cat up the road, through the cat, make down a yard, everybody say, yes, I feel we cat. And you see this nasty mentality, and that's why the government plays up on it, because him know say, look, if we go have a Minister of Culture, Babsy Grange, right? And the Jamaica Tourist Board have an icon of Robert Nesta Marley marketing the entire country. You have Capo, who have sit between the leaders of both political party. And these people show no respect to people like Aymara, because at the end of the day, they still a cut off Rasta ear. Them still a knock out people teeth out of their mouth, because them still a lack of music in the heights. The government said that it's music causing the crime in the country. This sort of ignorance from these buffoons who purposely sit down and manipulate our way of life. And the rest of the world now, when you see a band from California, when you drive to California, people are asleep on certain part of the road now, you know. Drugs rampant over there, you know. So you see this ghetto philosophy where them not tell we as Jamaica, because a lot of people have left Jamaica and say America is a better road. America is not no better roads.
I didn't read the songs.
But them paint the picture to us, Christine, say, when you come on a plane and reach a foreign, you make it. Make it to what?
Gadites.
Yes, sir.
Can I come in, please?
Yes, sir.
All right. You see, over the years, otherwise from being a practitioner or a recording artist, see, I am always involved in certain business aspect of the music. See, I was a director of the organization when named JCAP for 8 years. For 8 years, I sat on the board. See, right? Till me decide to step off, you know what I mean? Because it was putting too much pressure on my career. See, I was always be a member of the Jamaica Federation of Musicians. See, and you see, being around what we call them godfathers in the music business, and hear them twerking. Yo, you don't even know some of the things them what the man them go through when them go up on the road. How them get all paid. I believe Mark maybe can tell me them some of them experience because me know. Yeah. You know, say enough of a musician where become cocaine addict thing. When them go for them pay, you know, man all pay them to give them a pound or an ounce of cocaine, you know. This is how them used to treat enough with top artists them, you know, king.
Yeah, man, because
people tell me about incidents with all the great Dennis Brown, what we see is one of our greatest icon, you know, king.
Wow.
You see me as a king?
Yes, sir.
You know?
Yes, sir.
Recently before Babandi drop out, last year we made the transition.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I was listening to an interview with Babandi, see? Not just the interview, but I went to a thing that Herbie Miller kept done by the Institute of Jamaica. And Babandi was the guest speaker down there, see? And it moved from my brethren. We see how the big man sit down on a ball, man. And when the man show you the history, where them got through with this music, the pain. See? When him sing all a tune, like, I was talking to myself, observing all this crime, for every angle and I see. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That tune there. Himself, but Mike, they call him a Jamaica house in a meeting. See?
Yes, sir.
Ernest Smith sing a tune, say, as you fight one another for the power and the glory, Jack Kingdom goes to waste. His life was under threat. That's why Ernest Smith had to run and go live in Canada.
I don't want to strain, but seeing that Mark has taken leaves, and I have to talk to Irama Award. But Chris, no. Irama. There's an award.
Okay.
There's a show, Mr. Martin.
Mr. Martin, Ephraim Martin. Yeah.
Yes, I have an appointment to talk to him. But before I go, I have to deal with Canada Red Snapper. Christine, your daughter is doing quite well on the runway. And I see the Reynolds name. No, I know the Reynolds name is very diverse. You have all different kind of angles. But
hopefully, yes.
Yeah. With this book coming out now, that is going to raise some hair on some people's head. You've been working on this book for quite a while, and I am anticipating this release. Like, wow.
Yeah, this year, because it's significantly, it's gonna the 60 is going to be a number. I turn 60. You know, the so-called country turns 60. You know, this I'm going to give back a very, very, very big part of the culture. I hear, you know, it looks like everyone has varying degrees of information that they can come with.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I am coming, you know, at least you're talking about 80, 90 years worth of stuff that's going to give people a big chunk of what they don't know. You know, you talk about Marley, but then I can tell you about Marley being a child looking in on my father in the church. You know what I'm saying? So you see where I'm coming from. You know? So it's going to answer a lot of questions. It is also going to allow us to take back what is ours, because it is going to show the direct link and where it came from, and that's a start. Wow. You can't go nowhere unless you know where you come from, where you're going. What direction could you possibly go in if you don't know your origin?
I know.
Okay, and that is what I'm going to come with. And yes, this man is a maroon. Yes, your whole culture, your art, because you know he's already a grandmaster in art. Your religion, which is the revival religion, and now your music is coming from this maroon. So I'm going to tell Jamaica who it is, because it doesn't know. It doesn't know. Yeah. Okay, so it don't know. You know, so I'm coming with that. And
Grand Rise.
Some eyebrows. Yes. And people are going to have to either be accountable, or if they don't, it don't matter. It's going to be known what was done. It was going to be known what was put under the rug. And yes, he is interred in Hero Circle. But oh please, so what? So what?
And that's a very tricky thing, people, because they have turned.
So what?
They have no.
To appease, you know a lot more.
No, but the thing about it is to put Capo in among the heroes, but don't call him a hero. There's a story. There's a story.
Thank you.
What are they really hiding?
And I want to show the world why he deserves that. Everybody's in there for one thing.
Yes.
Let's be real.
Yes.
Everybody's in there for one thing. The very culture of a place is your art, your religion, and your music. And my father engrosses all three. So let's talk about it.
Wow.
Let's talk about it. That's the book I'm coming with.
Yo, people. Yo.
And I will emphasize it's a maroon. You're not gonna leave that out, baby. It's a maroon that did that.
Yes.
Okay? So that's what I'm coming with. So that's why I said it's gonna shake up some people.
Hold on, Amara, hold on.
Yeah.
And I think we have the continent of Africa. Sister Ayata, Grand Rising.
Grand Rising, blessing, highly I Selassie.
Always the continent. Always the continent this morning. Can you love the brothers and sisters?
It can rain this evening here now. It's after 4 p.m.
Of course, she's in.
Yesterday, you know, we got a lot of rain, you know, so it's nice.
Yes. Christine, she's over in Ghana right now. Yeah, on the line.
Oh, blessings. Greetings, my sister.
Greetings, my sister.
Greetings. Good to hear your voice.
And of course, we've been talking about even with our resurrection of our identity. It is very, very serious that we see that we're connecting globally. It's not a small move, you know. It's a large move that's going on where we're integrating and we're finding our spiritual connection. I am so happy when I see what you're doing, Christine, because this going really, really, really be.
Yes.
It's going to be a cornerstone move. And the thing about it is your father was instrumental with the political arena before 1962. A lot of people don't understand.
Look at the carving he did of Paul Bogle with his hand outraised with a stone. Did you notice that? People don't know what that is. It's a stone. This is before Paul Bogle was so-called deemed a national hero. All right, my father was around, and here's my father was under Garvey. Okay, Garvey was only 30-something years older than my father. You know?
Yes, sir.
My father was a Garveyite. You hear? Father was militant. People don't even realize even about the revival religion. What we do? We always marching. You notice?
Mm-hmm.
Always marching, and they put me up on a march.
understand?
Ayata have on a rap right now, and that is Capo don't go nowhere without him rap, because our identity was very important, And how we dress, how we talk, how we eat.
Yes.
These are cultural values. People, you may talk about culture and things, you may talk about music and run up and down. Our culture is a way of life, and the rest of the world they emulate our way of life, and then our people now tell us that our way of life is the bottom of the bucket. You must be better than that.
Isn't
but
that
we are the
something?
creme de la creme.
Thank you. You know what Daddy used to say? He used to say he's an African in Jamaica.
Yes, of course.
That's what my father said,
No, but them say only a fool swap a continent for an island. And we have no disrespect for the brethren them who are all on the islands them. I love the islands them, don't get me wrong. But if I can get a longer piece of stretch where I've the said climate like the islands them on the continent, and that's I and I go live. That's where I choose to live.
Yes.
So that's where it's at. Ayata, you called us at the latter part of it. I have to make a transition over WhatsApp to talk to Red Snapper Promotions. But Ayata, is there anything on your mind you want to bring across to our people?
Yes. I need you to check something going on there in Tatola when we get a chance.
What going on at
Tatola? Serious thing because. Well, a session tell me I must reach out because it seemed like something went on lately there. I mean, if it's over the weekend or during the week with London, England, the UK sending some sort of and let me check it out again. But it's something going on there where they say England trying to take over the island. No.
Yeah,
this is what we gotta be careful of, the slave master them. It was spoken that we don't do the right thing, they'll come back in and take over. So that's what you said.
That's what I was telling people with that mind out there, the Russians, Lord Jesus. Yes, sure. All right.
So
let me just. I have that on my radar because there's a second reading in the House of Lords. Lord Etta call me right now. There's a second reading.
We could talk back later. Do I have to do that?
No. I'm explaining to you all that there's something to strip our people of their so-called citizenship by the UK government, and I'm going to play it, and I'm going to call you back on my WhatsApp. But Christine, I want to thank you so much.
Yes.
Imara, I want to thank you also so much.
Thank you.
For joining us. I'm going to be on WhatsApp. I can add you back, but I just want to be over there because Sultan Ali, which is Prince Buster's son, he wants to weigh in on this very seriously. And Mr. Martin from the Imara Award.
Irama
Awards. They want to weigh in, and I have a Red Snapper from Canada that we're going to make a link. But trust me, people, I'm going to continue this reason. All right.
Yes, we need to.
Blessings, everyone. Blessings.
Aye.
Okay, guys, go safe.
Yes. All right. I soon link back with that fraternity. As you know, I said a while ago that we are pushing the momentum. There's a lot of things on the board right here. People are concerned. People are also very much watching what's going on.
Oh, Carolina. Oh, Carolina. Oh, Carolina, my sweet darling. Come on and hold me tight. I feel so lonely. Yes, I'm so lonely. Oh, I'm so lonely since you left me. Why did you leave last night? Carolina, my darling, all my love for you. Carolina, my honey, you know I love only you. Oh, Carolina. Oh,
got a big other man called Bobby K. Bobby Crystal from the De La Vega City. This is Dia Warrior.
I feel so lonely. I feel so lonely. Juke. Dia Warrior.
Dia Warrior. Dia.
Oh, Carolina.
Yeah.
Oh, Carolina.
Yeah.
Oh, and hold me tight.
Coming out of the Red Snapper, That's the production I'm talking about right now.
Oh, I'm so lonely since you left me.
We're gonna feature a lot of the artists out of that camp.
Carolina, my darling, all my love for you. Carolina, my
This young man was born Mr. Diavan Everett Ferron on October 19, 1975 in the beautiful island called Jamaica.
I feel so lonely.
And he shares a birthday with the legendary Peter Touch. I'm telling you, it's hardcore right now. Hey.
Oh, Carolina. Oh, Carolina. Oh, Carolina, my sweet darling.
Yeah.
Come on and hold me tight.
Come on and hold me tight.
I feel so lonely. Yes, I'm so lonely. Oh, I'm so lonely since you left me. Why didn't you leave last night?
DJ, hold it, DJ, hold it.
Carolina, my darling.
As we said a while ago, we're going to touch base with this production team. You know what I mean? We have the Dia Warrior, I think is the name. I hope I pronounce the name right, you know, my lad. Grand Rising, how they I deal with?
Yeah, man, I'm good, man.
Sound good, like, you know, the good old parish of St. Catherine. Wagwan artist, everything is everything.
Yeah, man, me doing nice food right now. I hold it off, you know.
I wish hold on, man, stop. I wish Grand Spin, I might place a day now, my lord. I might place a day now, warrior. I might place a day. But bring me up to scratch, cause the first time Fresh Radio Vibes, Ross Gedda, it's a go reach with the iron. Me get some good instructions. Say, yeah, your career have to step up full to the excess this year and beyond. From Lisa. Boy, I don't know why Lisa love off your talent in a Rasta, man. Big and serious in a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but we are work and we do it in on the people. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So we have to just go and push through and do the right thing. See, since the other day now, Soulja win the reggae Grammy and everybody start opening them eyes and they realize that there's a lot of people doing reggae in Jamaica and nobody don't know about them. And are the same people them up on the forefront over the years. You understand? Where them have the money where I support them because a pure system and me know because I go through it personally.
Yes,
I mean the Gallup Magic head no good we got number one in Jamaica.
Yes,
and we spend millions of dollars on radio promotion. And at the end of the day, it's the same people them turn them back for me to see them way because no more money not dead. So a lot of the products produced and a lot of the artists them as they go they then take everything you have and then you have to try and build back a thing and them rich and alright. Because most of the disc jockey and them people out there, them are drive the big van, have the big house and have everything and the artists them are suffer and reach nowhere yet. Because them never wait for the artist, never wait for the tree grow and start bear fruit for you start collect. You collect from the beginning. When an athlete have a trainer, you take him all time to go Lucozade and everything.
Me love, no.
Where am I going to reach?
But warrior, me love what you say now, warrior. But as me say to a lot of our brothers and sisters, we're some of us drop a studio at daytime and make a little one producer where work on behalf of somebody where manipulate the business, give them $5,000 and don't even put them name on the song and the song a play a foreign and it only go under reggae. It's a new reggae artist. Your name not depend it, where you live not depend it, who put not depend it because we have this as a hustling business. I just say a piola business and I just say it go wrong. Because if you have to pay me, if you have to pay me for play your song, that no make sense. But when it come on to you, like how Lisa showed me and she say, me have a camp, you know. I'm on this camp, get a promotion. Just like how you have to pay the musician to play the instrument thing, but you have to keep track of your thing. So when Lisa, when Snapper promotion goes up,
Rent Snapper
promotion goes on invest back $1 million and she keep her book straight. And when them attack off our mouth, you say, you know, say, me have the track record of a promotion and promoting warrior.
That is how you're going to get compensated, but a lot of us don't have no paper trail. Myself, the business just out there. All we want to know is that a man call if he could perform and give some dub plate money. I know that in a music for my lad. Yes, so...
But you know, me growing in music though, because my father a musician, you know, and he's a piano tuner too. I used to tune the piano from Channel 1 and Studio 1 and all of them things. So, with me literally grow in a studio. So nobody never have to teach me about music. Me live music. So my whole journey is better come from like Caution band.
Yes.
Because when me are 18, when me left school, a Bounty Killer me I play for officially and anywhere in the world, we travel the whole of America and everywhere. You understand? And we play for all of this thing, them Sunsplash, everything. So we in the music business from early out, but we never get the chance to develop an artist career because as we start we produce Magic and no good and it go #1 all over the world and we start getting involved in all different type of corruption we come with the dancehall music.
Yeah.
Because we produce reggae from me in high school, I produce reggae music and get #1 with Lucian and Italy and #1 with Anthony B and Trinidad and Determine and the whole of them people and nobody never even know about me. Same way, but I want to touch the dancehall music. Me say me at this, me say me at that, all type of corruption come with it. So I just so, but even the whole music thing, there's nothing we need to sort out because dancehall come from a beat. Dancehall music is a beat from giggy is a beat. Most of the rhythm them come is a dancehall producer thing, you know. Most of the rhythm them is coming from a beat. And me try to add music to it, and a lot of musicians now try to add music to the dancehall beat. So you get like song like where you with Tonto Mech and Devante. Everyone fall in love.
Yes.
It's not just a beat, they add melodies on it now and music and it start build up. Because when dancehall come in first, some of the first rhythm is like Punani. And Punani just have keyboard and the dancehall beat, the same boop boop. This a dancehall come from because dancehall in my era. And me played from day one with Shabba Ranks, all of them, and we did it with them. Vegas from them bus, we are them and Caution gone on the road. So we involved in the music deep. Yeah. So there's a lot of things we need to clarify in terms of the music because reggae music is really my passion, which is like root, rap reggae like Bob Marley and Steel Pulse and Burning Spear and Black Uhuru and them music that I will be passionate about because them they are music where musician and bass player and guitar player and everybody have to come play that. It's not a beat.
Visionary. You call it the visionary music.
Visionary music.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
Yes,
so we need to differentiate the reggae music different from the dancehall because that in itself is creating a problem within the Jamaica music. And then when we differentiate it now, we need to give reggae for it time, just like how we give dancehall for it time.
No, but
because
this is where I keep saying that we have a manipulation taking place as far as the music goes because the music has a message in it. If you listen to the music coming out of Jamaica, even the baddest tune of God in Night, name a tune on the international stage out of America, which a rap, I mentioned God in Night. Name a tune from India, I mentioned God in Night. So we have a God element in our music, and the music industry has an agenda to push a Luciferian foolishness.
True.
So what the guy them do now, the guy them infiltrate the thing. Through them know, so Bob Marley say, when you try to get some food, our brothers got to be our enemy. So them starve I and I for your time and then throw them rotten meat in there and expect I and I for glad for them rotten meat. So I don't really see where them are try for the real us. But I want to get to this relationship within the music where out of Canada we have Red Snapper Production. Hover with your career and several other people. Tell me about that link, how it started and where it is going right now.
Before we get to this, come on clarify about reason. But we get to this. The whole link with me and Red Snapper, it come to Gully Bop. because I was the one that was pushing out Gully Bop career out there as a producer and an artist. We have about 2 combinations out with Gully Bop right now. So, you know, Red Snapper did know Gully Bop, and Gully Bop linked me at the studio, and he must show me say, you have this promoter girl from Canada, and I think say she'd be the right person for you link up with her to help you to get your music out there on the forefront, you know. So him say, yo, take the link there and give me the number, and from me call Red Snapper, that was just it. Everything just connect right away. Me and her just, it's like an engine, and you start it, and you know, kick off, and she just start send the music there. Do this, do that, and it's nothing because normally we don't have nobody we are help. We help a lot of people, you know, but we don't have nobody we are help.
Yes.
So me still have to give thanks for Lisa where she step up and come in and say, yo, Daya, time for push the thing out there. I mean, I go send them, just send the music, come give me, and me send them on to the world and make the world have it. You understand? So that's how the link go, and with their ability same way, because right now I feel already me advice 2 songs and 2 already when they send come give me.
Yes.
And I push out the thing. So me and Lisa, we know we're gonna have a bright future ahead of it, because I feel that the music business going to open up for where it's supposed to be right now. Because I'm going to go back in a way that talk about, because me now, me is a different person in the music industry, because I play a vital role in it, literally. So me can tell you how nothing even change and how nothing happen. You see the rhythm driven thing where VP Record used to do. Rhythm driven, where them just get one rhythm and 10 artists, 20 artists jump on.
Penthouse.
Yeah. That's one of the things where kind of change the music business. And here all change the music business now, because you see the man them where you sell them rare foreign and want to get them money from the system and get them thing in.
Yeah, I want to wash out that thing.
Yeah, it's easy for them call a Jamaican producer and say, yo, hear me now, bill a beat for me now, because I want to put out one production. And them can pay Elephant and this and that and Bounty and the whole of them to jump on a dancer rhythm. Bloop, and within a week, the dancer rhythm, they have 50 artists on it ready to go out there and mash up the whole place. It don't work that way there with reggae music. You have a reggae rhythm, you still pay the artists, the man must go burn them weed and all of vibes and pray to the Almighty. And the Almighty is a different type of inspiration. And you just go out and say, oh, do the girl and turn away there and the music done. And that's how it go. Reggae music have to do with passion and soul, and if the Almighty in it is that it can't work. So reggae artists cannot jump on a rhythm. It must be just easy, and it must reflect to the Almighty and the angels. And everybody have to involve and say, oh, this right Almighty, the right message. Because remember, you know, the Bible don't tell us, you know, singers and players have instruments, you know, my springs are in D, you know. Yes, so we do the work of the Almighty, you know. So where you find out, you know, after this Piola thing now come in, with the drugs man, they must spend the money on the dance hall. It overshadowed the reggae, because you do have a lot of people coming in and spending the money on the reggae. Fatis was one of the strong man in a reggae, because him bring through Sizzla and Luciana, and you have like King Jammies and Bobby Digital. Them man, they're like the corner post in the reggae music, Black Scorpio. You understand where? But them still not get the strength where them get in the media, because at one point we can remember you used to have a King Jammy show up on the radio, played show where in PFA getting music and played. You understand?
Yes,
so
sir.
Those are the man them where the wall up reggae in Jamaica, but since the dancehall thing come and start get so popular and everything are run through it so fast, it kind of overshadow the reggae music. And then the disc jockeys and enough of the people in Jamaica where enough of them never travel out of Jamaica. Because when you travel out of Jamaica, your eyes open to what music really is. Enough of them just feel like say I just the same dancehall song and where I run Jamaica, it a go on out there. I saw the world still like what I go on in Jamaica and don't understand that music is bigger than what we are just experiencing in Jamaica.
Well,
so
finish up.
Yeah, so out of all of that, it only get worse from there. So now, with the advent of the computer and the Fruity Loop, because with the Fruity Loop now, anybody can just go on the Fruity Loop and press some button, and when you done press them button, you hear one rhythm. They are not musician, because even my studio where me have this up, me is a musician. At
play
one point, me go change. Yeah, me play instrument. Me go change the name of the studio to Music Hospital, because all of the youth them will make them Fruity Loop thing there. The kicker playing a A, and the one keyboard phrase are playing a C, one next thing are playing a B, and when you take a stop, all of them out of sync because they are not playing in the same key. Music not mix up. So me, you know, if you go in on my computer, throw on the kick, play over the keyboard, fix up the rhythm, give them, and then go do them thing. So you find out that these new people now where come with them Fruity Loop rhythm, and Fruity Loop now have a lot of reggae strum and a lot of dancehall and a lot of things people push them in another direction in either. Them end up with a bag of hip-hop rhythm and a bag of all different type of things, and them pay them money because dancehall people always pay money in a dancehall. Reggae music or something where the disc jockey have got passionate about it and say, yo, may I go to the studio, you know? Because I saw it used to go back in the days, the disc jockey then go to the studio and I look for the best music where I come out, where can move people, where people can relate to. So enough of these things what we have now within our music business is things that is forced on the people through piola. It's not things that is not a balance where just say you have pushed the dancehall, so we still have to play these great reggae songs. You know, long when I hear greetings from half pint or you say in the dance, every dance you have to hear that. Greetings I bring from Jah.
Yes.
Ragamuffin. We never gonna dance with him back in the days and not hear them songs. And Super Cat, Ribby Dooby Dooba Easy Mr. Cat. Them type of vibes there. Them new youth, them so caught up in this money thing and this money pull up and something, them not looking at the music. So even me as a competent artist where tour America, tour Canada, tour the world, nobody don't know my music in Jamaica. Nobody don't know about me in Jamaica. And I have 5 albums, more than enough of them artists here.
Yes.
We're established. Me do more work than enough of them and nobody still don't know me. Why? Because me not have the money to go pay everybody to go play my music. And me know them. And me give them my music too. And them still, me give them my music, them can walk and die. You're not going to link me. Me know what them I deal because I know what the Piola thing is. Because I have done it before. Because I was a part of, you know, my break with Gallup, Mantic No Good, which is a #1 song all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
It put me in a day, all of them come check me. None of them me never have to go look for them. Them come check me and I say, yo, I me play the music on that station and I me name this and I me name that, and right now me want X. I'm more want X. And me give them the money. Most of my money me earn out of music off of Gallup. Me give it away. Me give it over $5 million. Give it away to them just to see and just to know. So nobody can come tell me about Piola and tell me about the music business and tell me about nothing. Because my song they are #1 and man I can link with CM and say, yo, they are more than 75,000 right now for keep it on the chart. I'm more than this. Me say, what you tell me? Say, then the song, everybody love the song and the song big. And you still come to me about money same way. So me not have nothing out of what me do. Already me build for different producers and different people as a producer too. And that's how me get to put a money in my pocket. But me make them sacrifice there. Cause me can talk to you and tell you. Nobody can go come tell me my experience, me I tell you.
Yes,
so, and so me not have to make up nothing. Me not have to ask somebody nothing. Because I was there.
Well, hold
and
it.
I've been through it.
Hold it right there. We have a next 5-minute video. Of course, we're talking with Daya Warrior. And being a musician from birth has only propelled Daya Warrior into doing great things with his vocal and production skills. DJing, singing, or even rap. At the same time being a hit maker and a Grammy Award, Jono Award winning producer, director and creator of the hit movie Blind Shutter. Of course, Darway got a Grammy Award working with Damian Marley, Halfway Tree album. Producing the song Where Is the Love, featuring American rapper singer Eve, and a Jono Award from producing Humble from Canada, the album. The awaited, as he continues to shape his destiny through his love for music, film, and animations, which He's a certified animator. So you're well diverse when it comes on to the entertainment fraternity. We have just been through a pandemic. People wasn't performing. Venues were closed, and what kept you going? And you know what I mean, what's the way forward right now?
Well, for me it was a great time for me because finally I got a time where I could do what I wanted to do. You know, because we had the time. You know, the works. Remember, there's not a lot of work going on in the music in those times. So, you know, for me, I get the chance to go to the country and do some farming. And farming is something that I'm passionate about from a child, and I never get the opportunity to do it. So I went to country and I plant some banana and some yam and some plant and turnip and name it, and potato and okra and all cucumber. If you look on YouTube, sometimes you see me go a country, and big bag of full of all manner of different things when I plant a country. And you know, me still get to work here because to most of my clients them overseas, and you know, them me always build rhythm for them and I do harmony and a voice. Me still did do studio session same way. Now we can just walk with a laptop and your microphone and your keyboard and certain things. You can still your internet connection and you can still, you know, do your music and do what you have to see on here. So, you know, it helps me to refocus enough things and me get to do a lot of the songs that I always wanted to do. So, you know, and right now I look for put out a new album, and you know, we get to refocus and sit down and reflect back on our life and see where we go wrong and how we could do better, and you know, how we approach it again. So I feel so everybody get that chance, you know, to renew and come back to the drawing board. So even though for people artists them normally say I try do all some song, I see them find some nice song. You know, and my brother Laser Matrix, I see him have a nice song where he might promote. Not for my friend them, I see them through the time then get to sit down and go back in the box again, you know?
Yeah.
And then come out with some nice things, some nice music out there right now. But we still have the same problem as we say, you know, the DJs them need to give reggae music a chance now and find the balance. Not just dancehall, you know, reggae music, and even Jamaica as a reggae country, we need, just like on the reggae month, they need to establish that and play reggae within the month. Like Trinidad them do that. In Trinidad you have calypso time and soca time. Or the soca play on them radio. You know, play reggae. Yeah, man. Play more reggae music. That's the difference, you know. And establish it more out there.
I like the mission. We're gonna talk another time. I have Imara Awards, Mr. Martin. He is waiting us, but this is a beginning of us working together to get your songs. All your songs have been placed in rotation here on Fresh Radio Vibes. We're broadcasting out of Indiana, and we see where you have toured the entire world. You're not a newcomer to this. It's just people need to pay attention that people like yourself who have planted the seed, you know, we need to make these fruits grow. And I really love the fact that Red Snapper really came out and said, listen, me Gadites, let's put some energy in it. So we have this promotion going. I'm gonna talk to you later on after the year so I can get some direct link with you. But this is real, my brother. How can people get in contact with you? Give us some contact links, please.
Well, you can definitely contact Red Snapper Promotion and Lisa, and you know, that's one of our major contacts. Yeah. Then you can go on Facebook and Facebook and YouTube and Twitter. All of them, it's Dire Warrior. You can just search for Dire Warrior and you see me on all those major platforms. You know, I'm Builders Music, which is my music company. So it's on YouTube, and I try to promote, you know, a lot of my stuff through that so people can see and know what, you know, where I'm coming from and what I've been doing. You know, because I work with most of the major artists them same way, you know, and I still doing it same way. But from right now, I'm trying to establish my artist career because, you know, I have a voice too, and I know what I'm going to do with my vocal and my energy in the music sphere. Because up to this day, a lot of people, the artists them that establish that all know them not open a supermarket for poor people and them not open enough things, them not do enough things for really just like how, you know, set certain foundation we are going to live on it for generation and generation. You can see, you know, say other artists they do that, you know, and it helps so much people and it helps the community and them not build a hospital yet, you know, so certain things where me really want to come make a change with how evil the revenue what we make as artists, what we can really do with it, where we can create some chain reaction, we can help a lot of people, you know, and war, like even Shaggy, what Shaggy do for Buster Man, the hospital is a great thing, you understand, because me and my youth, them and enough time if asthma take my youth, them and them thing, me have to run, go up there, go seek assistance, so if you know, say even Shaggy, I empower the place, where benefit back even my youth, then me touch a lot of people, you know, so we have to give him respect for them type of venture the way him go on. That's a big one. Yes, you understand? And we need more of those type of things where touch the generation and touch the people, you know? So I just say it go.
I just want to say big up to you. You know, big up to the CEO, Red Snapper Promotions and management team, Lisa. She's listening. Love and share. And we're playing this song, Oh My Savior, featuring Gully Bop. And the one and only Dia Warrior. Dia Warrior, grand rising, peace and blessing, man, and keep planting the soil musically and physically.
Yes, I'm doing it, man, and keep thanks for the reach out, you know, because I wasn't even prepared for this, but you don't know, as a soldier, I'm ready for the war all the time.
Born prepared.
Born prepared.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, so give thanks, man, and bless up yourself, man, and, you know, we have to strengthen the thing to see him, you know?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, one love.
Blessings.
Yes.
One love, man. One love.
That's the likes of Dia Warrior from the Red Snapper production team. Want to keep it right here. We're gonna go over to we're gonna go over to Mr. Martin in a bit. Yes, sir.
Pull it up again.
Fresh Radio Vibes, the most feared internet radio station on planet Earth. The resistant radio station.
We the sanctuary.
Definitely, I've got to get this song up and going. It's such a beautiful thing right here. You heard the likes of Dia, you know what I mean, Warrior. We are going to be looking at how best we can, you know, work with this talented artist. As you hear, some of the things.
Please be mine, oh God. Please be mine. Yes, my Savior. We should be unbroken. By and by, oh God. By and by. Yes, my believer. We the sanctuary. Please be mine, oh God. Please be mine. After me fling out me out early morning and cry. Give thanks and praise unto God, me not lie. Everybody say the bop bop, don't shy. Come me have a new style and me have to cry. Yes, my Savior. We should be unbroken. By and by, oh God. By and by. Yes, my believer. We the sanctuary. Please be mine, oh God. Please be mine. Yeah. It's God time. Oh, that's a good time. Remember, time is short. We are going on the earth. Man a shot woman in a church. No make it get worse. But now it's God time. Oh my Savior, we should be unbroken. By and by, oh God. By and by, yes, my believer. We the sanctuary. Please be mine, oh God. Please be mine. Yes, my Savior.
sounds. I want to thank you so much for joining us here on the International Morning Ride Show, the Grand Rising Show. We have some more people to touch base with, but we're going to give you a little interlude. Yeah.
Turmeric water. Cause I is not your little friend. Them little dirty girl them. Yeah. You play.
What's going on the earth?
I know you.
Fresh Radio Vibes and RPM presents live each Tuesday the award-winning community show, The Maroon Agenda. Hear about your sovereignty, independence, and human rights. Come be a part of your liberation and unite. The Maroon Agenda. Each Tuesday at 6 p.m. sharp, live on Fresh Radio Vibes. With your host, Ras Ganic, the Minister of the Atlantic Islands. Rise up, you mighty people, and listen to the Maroon Agenda.
Stop the fussing and the fighting, brother. Now's the time for uniting.
They will set you up. Don't let them set you up. No, they will set you up. Hey, what is man that Jah is mindful of him? When every day the world is mingled up in sin. We see them all opposing and show off. We not the race of life. Later when I go laugh, don't let them set you up. Don't let them set you up. No, I don't wanna be set up. Don't let them set you up. Set you up, yeah. Every man had the same chance. Every man had the same dance. Everybody in a romance, like the world in a lost trance. Yes, they got the system fighting against the things to make us all. Yes, to live as one, but they've got a master plan. Don't let them set you up. Don't make them set you up.